What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Chaz here, Side Hustle Network, back at you with another live stream. We just went live last night, opened up some of these bad boys, talked about reselling, not just the cards, just in general, Amazon, eBay, all that fun stuff. So I got pumped because of the polls we had last night, and I want to come live again 2 nights in a row. Shocking, right? We go 6 months with no videos, and now we got 2 back-to-back. So some of the polls we had last night were freaking awesome. Probably my top. Let me pick out my top ones. We had some good ones. We had the flying and the surfing Pikachu. We had Chansey, Zapdos. All right. I'm definitely going to go with these top 4. These are my faves. And we're not ever going by just dollar amount here. We're just going based on my pure nostalgia. So these are the 4 we pulled out. One is upside down. These are my top 4 we pulled out. And we only open, I think, 12-ish packs, something like that. Come on, Canon. Let's see. There we go. I fixed my autofocus, so maybe it's a little bit better tonight than last night. 2 Charizards, one of them being Mega. So dollar amount, that's probably the winner of last night. Venusaur and Mewtwo, definitely pumped with it. So I'm excited to do this again. I have 15 packs left, but I ordered and have 135 more on their way. So we have plenty of ripping these packs open videos coming up. I was shocked. I did not think that anyone would want on this specific channel to just chill and open up packs together. This is part of my hobby with or without a camera recording it. So I was shocked to see that so many people, I did an Instagram poll, and a lot of you guys are actually into like the Pokemon world like I am. So I'm going to start doing more of these videos for you guys. And obviously we could do live Q&A sesh at the same time, talk about reselling, all that fun stuff. So let me pull up the chat. Let me know where you guys are watching from. See who is up in here. Saturday night, so not expecting a lot of people to be on here live, but I have fun doing this, and that's what this channel is all about here. See, we got Mr. Coach Hustle up in the building. Definitely check him out on Instagram. Pure Hustle right there. Everyday FBA. What's up, Josh? Got some really solid tutorial videos over on his channel. Go check him out. There we go. Camera is so HD. So everyone was asking last night too. I had some Instagram people asking me. Obviously, my production quality has gone up tremendously from what I've ever done before. I say very simple setup, but because I'm not a huge tech person, I know how to do some of the techie stuff, but I try to keep a very simple setup. If I took a picture of what I have in front of me right now, it doesn't look simple, but it is a very simple setup. And what this is a Canon M50, $400 or $500 camera, nothing crazy fancy or anything in that world. I do have a 22 backup, getting my 2.0s and stuff mixed up. A 22 millimeter lens with an aperture of 2 is what I'm rocking here. That's why it's crispy, right? You got a little bit of a blur in the background. So I love this lens. It's just a pancake lens. So I can't zoom or anything, but the quality is awesome. So that's why I'm running with the lens, the video aspect. Microphone is a Rode NT, just a basic USB mic. I don't have a condenser mic that plugs into a mixer and all that stuff. It's literally everything's plug and play here. I'm using the Canon. I'm using my Rode, both plug into a USB onto my computer. I have a Mac, so I have an adapter. Obviously, thanks, Mac. We have to have adapters for everything. But I do love my Mac. So that's all I'm running to get the quality that you guys see here. The biggest reason I put it off for so long is I didn't want to do the research. I had no desire to sit here and figure out HD capture cards and mixers and all this kind of stuff. So I just never bothered. I just used my Logitech Brio for my webcam. But Canon announced, and some of you who are also YouTube creators or streamers, whatever you want to call yourself, some of you might not know this yet, but Canon announced a webcam utility app, which allows you to use your Canon camera, just like what I'm doing here. And without needing to go into an HD capture card into your computer, it bypasses that. It goes directly from the cord that is a USB plug-in from your camera into your computer. that's it. Plug and play. It's been awesome. So that's the quality that you guys are seeing here. I'm going to do some more videos showing this exact setup and how to connect it all and how to do all that to get this kind of look. Obviously, I put a little bit more effort into this, including like we painted the wall, got some of my collector's items up here. I wanted to come back strong with the content creation side. And part of that was upping my production value. And I love this look. I love this little office setup that we got here. And then, of course, there's lighting. If you want to go into the setup of how this is shot, what's called a key light, which is your main light. And this is not a great lighting setup by any means. Usually I would have daylight in this window coming in here, which looks great. But it's 5:26 p.m. It's pitch black outside. So I have all artificial lights in here. So I have one light as my key light right here off 45-degree angle. I've got my backlight or my hair light off here behind me. And then I've got this light here. Check this out. It makes a, whoa, I do not want things to fall down. All right, we're good. I want to show you guys. I came up with this last minute before I went live last night. Look at this. This is how the shot was going to look. Not bad, but I'm still like, okay, they're called practicals. And that's just lights that are behind you. I am literally almost up against my wall. I have very little space to add in any cool lighting effects or anything like that. I'm looking at some little signage ones that can go up on the wall. So I got one of these guys, wow, that's bright. Just a little panel light. Prop it up on some books here, and then boom, got the background light. It's production value right there. So I'm going to do some content. I'm literally balancing this on something. Hopefully it stays. Are we good? All right, it's good enough. It needs some improvement still, but for slapping it together fairly quick, not a bad setup. I will get into the pack breaking in just a sec for you guys. So if you guys are into content creation, production, all that kind of stuff, I've been soaking up so much knowledge on YouTube world about lighting and camera angles and all this kind of stuff to get what I want as our vibe here. And I feel like I'm getting there. It's not near where I want it to be, but I'm getting there. So I'm more than happy to do videos and tutorials on how to set all this stuff up and whatnot. What's up, Jim? Come on, it's a COVID-19 Saturday. Nothing says COVID-19 party like everyone chilling on YouTube Saturday night opening Pokemon cards. Straight up 32-year-old male life right there. Don't mind me. I'm going to crack one of these guys. And as I announced last night, I have to keep it clean because I'm on day 48. Yesterday I thought it was day 46. Turns out my app was like weird. Yesterday was day 47. Today's day 48 of 75 hard. No sugar, no cheat meals, no junk food, no booze. Going with my seltzer water. Plus, it's been a while. I won't lie. Last night after the stream, my voice was gone. I had that little bit of a raspy voice afterwards because I haven't done YouTube videos in so long, which means I haven't talked for 30 to 60 minutes straight in a while. And I'm actually, shockingly, believe it or not, I'm actually a very quiet, in my own head type of person naturally. I have zero issue with awkward, what other people consider awkward silence. I have zero issue just being completely silent for hours on end. That's my persona naturally. So for me to get back up here and start talking again feels great. I missed it. I definitely missed you guys. And I have fun doing this stuff. So I'm going to start doing more of it. Hope you pull 4 different Charizards. Yes, that is the plan. Again, let me just preface with this. If you are coming into, because I know we have, because of the title and everything, I know we have people that have no idea what this channel is about. And they're coming in because they're seeing the term Pokemon and booster pack opening. This is not a Pokemon specific channel. This is a reselling specific channel focusing on helping other people grow their Amazon, eBay business with physical products. I happen to just love collecting stuff, obviously, in the background. I'm more so like retro games is what I've been focusing on. But recently, I don't know. I had this, since I can't afford to go buy all of the base set booster boxes and crack those open. A much cheaper way to do it and still get the nostalgia from my childhood is evolutions. So I love evolution so far because there's so many different variations of each one. So I believe there are 4 different Charizards inside of this one. There's a couple Venusaur ones. I'm not an expert in Pokemon by any means. I'm just up here having a good time and turn my camera on so you guys can watch it too. So let's nerd out, shall we? I'll do some, obviously we'll just keep chatting Q&A style. I don't know how loud this is going to sound next to the microphone. I actually raised my very desk up tonight versus last night, so hopefully that's not too loud for you. And I did go get the top loaders, so I've got the little penny sleeves and the top loaders. I didn't have these ones last night, so the good stuff we're definitely going to sleeve up real quick. So here we go. Shoot those questions over Amazon, eBay. I've been fairly heavily back into the fitness and lifestyle improvement field over the last several months, especially doing 75 hard. I'm down, what did I start at? I was almost 220 pounds a couple months ago. I'm down to 200 on the dot. I'm like hovering between 198 and 200 right now. I'm keeping my calories a little bit higher this week. I was super low on energy last week. I feel phenomenal this week. I had a rough week last week, but I feel great this week. So if you guys have questions about these realms, open Q&A sesh. I'm going to slide these. I'm not going to do, there's a card trick, right? Where you can take the cards and shuffle them to where it makes it cool, where the back card is like the special one, whether it's a, secret or a rare, hollow, whatever. I'm not going to do that. I just want to go find some Charizards. I have this. So people ask me too, what's the point of doing all of this? I want to create the full collection of evolutions for myself. Once I have the full set of evolutions, I'll move on to something else. I actually did go and buy a bunch of the Vivid Voltage, which just came out last week or the week before. So I'm going to start working on that set after this. So that's kind of what my game plan is. That's why I have so many, on the way right now too. I have about 130 more packs. So if you guys want, and we have some interest in it, I'll open all of them, not at once, but I'll do videos like this where I open 15 or 20 at a time and just keep going. So here we go. 15 packs. We can get at least one more Charizard. I got 2 of those. Here's what we're going for. So we have the EX and then the Mega. These are the 2 we pulled last night. The 2, I believe there's 4 total. So the 2 left that I need are the original base set artwork, which is the old school. If you guys aren't familiar with Pokemon terms, the old school Charizard will have the regular holo like it did back in the day. But then this pack, Evolutions, has a reverse holo. So those are the 2 that we're going for tonight. Here we go. So open a pack, take a question or 2, open a pack. You guys get the rhythm. While I'm doing this, how's everyone's day been? Saturday feels like a Friday because we actually work today because we're taking all of next week off. Trista booked a cabin. I always say cabin. She booked an Airbnb. It's not quite a cabin. She booked an Airbnb over at the coast Tuesday through Friday night. And I'm pumped. So we're not going to be working at all next week, which is great. So here we go. And most of you guys watching this probably already know what all the basic common ones are, so I don't have to shout them out every single time. Sandshrew. All right, first holo. We got Energy, followed by Farfetch'd, which we did last night. So I'm basically going to breeze through these. Probably going to be a shorter video, unless you guys have questions and we can dive into whatever topics that you want. Let me take a couple questions here. Josh said, please do an inside look at your whole setup. It will help us YouTubers. Yeah, I'm 100% game to show you guys pretty much whatever type of content, whether it's, for me, the type of content I watch is not necessarily reselling related stuff anymore. Like once you get to a certain point in reselling, we've seen it all, right? The what sold videos, here's my haul, here's the information you need about tactical arbitrage, here's how you do retail arbitrage. Like once you learn the game, it's just about how much more money you can put into it to scale, right? So I actually don't watch a lot of reselling specific content anymore. The content I watch is efficiency. I watch videos about other people's, not even in e-commerce industries. I just watch people's videos on how their warehouse is set up, what kind of tools they're using inside of their warehouse. I'm watching other like popular YouTubers. What mics are they using? What lighting are they using? I'm looking at more efficiency improvement aspects. So I'm game to create more videos around that stuff. If you guys are game. What's up, Michael? Michael said 24-hour live stream opening packs. I might need more than 130 packs to do that video. That's insane. Unless I just do what I'm doing tonight and I do a lot of talking and open one pack every like 15 minutes. How much do they go for? Completely depends on the card. Some of these cards, obviously the hollows, the ones that are a little bit more rare, the hard ones to get a hold of, these I'm definitely all going to be sending in to get graded. I would like to have a binder with the complete set, but there's a piece of dust in here that's going to bother me. There we go. I would like to have the complete set in a binder, but I want to get all of the hollows and the rares, like the actual expensive ones. If they come back PSA 9s or 10s, I would love to have a display shelf up here on the wall of all those. So that'd be sweet. All right, let's open another pack. Coach Hustle, am I getting it graded? Yes. All these hollows, anything that would be worth more, you got to factor in, it's going to cost with, I don't know if they charge shipping and all that, but it's probably going to cost about 25, 30 bucks minimum to get a card graded. So it's got to come back worth at least 50 or 60 bucks minimum for it to be worth it for me. But I would love to start sending some stuff in. Obviously, PSA is crazy backlog, but I'm not in a big rush to get these done. I got them double sleeved, so hopefully they're going to hold up okay. All right, here we go. Next up. All right, got the Charmander. Got a reverse Sandshrew and Electrode. And then we're always looking for those secret ones popping up in the back here. Even if they're not worth much, I'm still going to sleeve these foil ones and go from there. Congrats on your mini vacation. Thank you. It's been a very long couple months. We've been in this new warehouse for 3.5 months, around there. It's been nonstop in a good way. I'm very, very proud to say I'm not working 12-hour days like I had been for like 6 months. That was not a healthy thing to do by any means. So now we have a team that's here Monday through Friday. 6 people, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we have 6 people, 8 including me and Trista, which we are still on the floor several hours a day prepping ourselves. And what I mean by that, if you don't know, we prep. So we're basically acting as a prep center for part of our gig. And that's kind of like the full-time thing. At the same time, still selling on Amazon, eBay ourselves. But we prep and ship into FBA for other Amazon sellers for a variety of reasons. Some people are just flat out lazy and they tell us like, hey, I just don't want to prep my stuff. Like, that's fine. Send it to us. We can do it. And we charge a per unit fee for that. Other people are, I know some people that are on the 4th floor in a small apartment. So they don't want to haul that stuff up and down and do the shipment out of their apartment, deal with UPS. So they send their stuff here. We have UPS pickups every single night, Monday through Friday. So stuff is just turning and burning every single day. So a variety of reasons why people need to use a prep service for Amazon FBA, but that's a full-time thing for us. But since the team has now been trained and we came up with systems and all that fun stuff, I can sit here and do the fun part again, which is create content and source my own product and get more in depth with all this again. So that's why I had to take a break from YouTube, Instagram. We canceled a couple of our services that we were offering for a couple of years. We had to cancel a bunch of that stuff. We had to put our blinders on, and that's what we did. So now we're back on the content game in a really good, healthy mental place. Next pack. I feel like we've started with Ponyta many times now. All right, Magnemite, Pikachu, Weedle. All right, reverse Charmander. And Hitmonchan. I am definitely happy with the reverse Charmander. I would love to get the reverse Charmander, the Charmeleon, and the Charizard all the same style. There would be a lot of fun. So got to sleeve these guys up. And nothing else there. All right. And I will say, once I open is not, I'm going to get a binder put together and all this stuff. I'm going to start working on laying out the actual collection. Once I have my collection complete, I'm going to be left with a ton of duplicates. So if anyone on here is interested, I'll probably do some type of giveaway. I could lot these up and sell them off, but I don't have an interest in that. I'd rather, hook you guys up and get you guys a deal. I know some of you probably have kids that are getting into the collecting side. So if I can do some type of giveaway with my duplicates, I'll definitely hook you guys up. All right. Get these guys all sleeved on up. All right. Take some questions while I'm doing this. Let me put these up on the main screen. I went from selling mostly hard goods from Goodwill on eBay, Mercari until I found Pokemon, and now I'm 90% selling Pokemon cards and 10% from Goodwill. That is phenomenal, Will. I'm curious, what kind are you going for? Any type of cards that you can turn and make a profit on? Do you have a specialty, if you will, a certain type of set, the base sets, the newer stuff? I'm always curious what people are doing with that. Like I said earlier, I'm by no means an expert. I don't resell. I mean, I've definitely resold Pokemon cards for a profit. The cool part is, if you do this enough, and people were asking, like, why did I buy so many of these packs? If I get duplicates of Charizards, I can get those graded and potentially flip them, and the profit pays for my own collection, and my own collection pretty much becomes free. That's what I've done with a lot of like my Funko collection. I would always buy duplicates of stuff that was profitable, keep the one that I want for me, flip 2 or 3 of them, and use that profit to pay for my own. So a lot of this stuff you see back here, I may have paid money up front, but I've flipped enough over time to pay for my own collection. At least that's how I phrase it with Trista. And she didn't believe me in the beginning. She called my BS. And then I was able to run inventory lab reports specifically for Funkos. And I showed her that we made several $1,000s profit, and my collection was worth like 300. So she was game for it after that. And then the other turning point too is she was a little irritated when I told her, like, hey, don't be mad, but I may have just bought this sealed game and I spent $400 on it, which was ridiculous amount of money. I spent another over $100 to get it graded. So I'm in it about 500 to 550, somewhere in that range. I showed this last night. I didn't show it up close, but this was the game. Sealed copy, Game Boy, Pikachu. Came back at an 85 plus. And I didn't know until after it was graded, because I was trying to do some research. It's got the white stamp. So turns out that's a little bit more rare than some of the other ones. There was a blank stamp. There's a couple versions. There was a blank stamp. There was a traditional black. Supposedly there was a 4th one. I don't remember what that one was. But when she found out that actually that same copy sold this month for $6,000, my $500 all of a sudden became reasonable. So that's how I get away with some of my collecting. I'm not saying go out and do that. Not everyone's wives will be super cool like that. Hey, nice. It's got the Charmeleon already. If I don't pull a Charmeleon, I might have to buy that from you. I need to complete my set. Do prepping help you find good selling products for your business? This is a great topic and a very common question. I don't know what I'm doing. I literally already sleeved this and I started to sleeve it again. Don't need that sleeve. So a very common question when it comes to prep centers, people worry, and it's a legitimate concern. It's a legitimate concern. Will the prep center owner be able to see all of your products and go source it themselves? The short answer is yes. Even if you have contracts signed, you have a non-compete, you have a non-disclosure, the two different types of contracts you can do. Even if you have those signed and the prep center owner decided to go just look at your dashboard, whether it be Seller Central or your inventory lab, and they see, wow, he's making a lot of profit on these products, let me go source those too. Are you willing to put up thousands of dollars to take that to court and fight it? Probably not. So that's why I don't believe in the non-competes. Like, we'll sign them if clients want us to. I have no problem doing that. But I think that this type of business model is 100% going to be built on trust, right? And that's with most businesses. If you can't trust somebody, you can't do business with them. So does prepping other people's products help me find products? I will say no. Because here's the big secret with everyone doing online arbitrage. 99% of people doing online arbitrage are all buying about the same type of things. You would be shocked how many times we've prepped the same type of items 1,000 times by now. And I'm not saying that exaggerating. We've shipped, I have to do the numbers, but we've shipped over 100,000 units of products by now over the last 11 months we've been doing this. And there's not any big secret fancy products. Like, yes, we have access to people's wholesale accounts because we do have wholesale clients. Obviously, those are going to be contract-based agreements that we have that I'm not going to go contact that wholesaler and try to get a deal. The flip side to that, and why I say no, it doesn't help me find products, is because I know how to run TA. I know how to work TA. I know how to do online arbitrage. I know how to go after wholesale accounts myself. I'm tapped out by the time I spend my own money, that even if I wanted to, I can't access the 40 or 50 clients we have right now. I can't afford to go access all of their accounts and go buy all those products. So no, it doesn't help me personally sourcing, because I see the same things that I normally buy anyways, and it's not some secret OA product people are buying. I think in the Amazon industry, people think that the big sellers are buying some fancy, crazy, hidden secret types of products, and they're not. They're buying a lot of the boring stuff most people pass, right? Everyone right now wants to flip toys, but if you start to look at other categories like beauty, grocery, personal care, health and wellness, people are still buying that stuff too. And that all comes up with Q4 the same way that toys do. And that's why a lot of these big sellers do so well, is because there's less competition, because they're selling more of the boring stuff. And a lot of the stuff that they're buying is replenishable stuff. They're not always hunting the next deal, the next OA flip. They're just replenishing the stuff that they've been buying for months and months and months. And once you see that, this is a tip I've given out many times too. Once you see that you have sold a certain brand or a certain product a few different times and you've bought it via retail or online arbitrage, now is the time to reach out to that brand and find out if you can get a direct wholesale account or if you can get a list of their distributors. And then you start to rabbit trail. Okay, if this distributor carries this brand and it's profitable, what other brands do they carry? And you will have endless rabbit trails of potential wholesale accounts you can go after. There's no big secret to it. So that's why, real quick again, does prepping help you find good selling products for your business? It can, if I was shady, right? If you have a shady business owner in our industry of a prep center, that is not a good thing for sure. Sadly, it happens. I've seen it firsthand. It's like any business, right? You have businesses that do shady practices and they make a profit off of it and they get away with it. Then you have others like, oh, pat on my back here, but we run this with integrity. I've had to get out of the reselling game due to space primarily. What are some small items worth getting into, like Pokemon cards? Yeah, any type of cards. I know absolutely nothing about sports or sports cards. Let me just put that out there. Like, the most awkward positions I ever get myself into are when somebody brings up sports and like talks about the game that was on the night before. Like, I have no idea what to say. I know nothing about sports. I've had my blinders on and focused on our businesses for the last 5 years. I have no idea what's going on in the sports world. So when this big hype of sports cards popped up, of course I'm like, ooh, I want to get in on that. I'm like, I don't even know where to start. Right. So sports cards, if you know kind of that industry, Pokemon cards are obviously great. Small handheld electronics. That would probably be the most profitable thing I would go after if I had no space. Like if I had this, I'm in a 10 by 10 room, right? This is my office, which is half storage and half this. This makes it look like it's just a really nice office. No, it's a hot mess behind the camera. But you guys see this. If I was stuck in this and I had room for like a shelf, I would focus on small handheld electronics. You can get them super cheap, various methods. You can do eBay to Amazon flips. There's ins and outs, policies, procedures, all that stuff you have to research on. But that's what I would focus on. Yeah, video games. Especially with COVID, man, video games have been awesome. Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, all of it. Used games, new games, all of it. You can find video games in so many different ways. Put up ads on Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, offer up saying that you buy used video games. Get people coming to you with product instead of you having to go hunt it. So many ways you can arbitrage. I have arbitraged Mercari to eBay. I've arbitraged Mercari to Amazon, eBay to Mercari. I've arbitraged so many different ways by now. There's endless income streams you can make with this thing. I agree with your point on sports cards. I hear sports cards. People talk about sports card being more or less volatile market. Yeah, I see Pokemon cards as a less volatile market. Yeah, and I know nothing about sports cards. That could be true. I have zero clue. Yeah, it feels like Pokemon community because it's all based around. You have a community based around all these different topics and in industries. I feel like Pokemon community is pretty awesome, right? The groups that I'm in on Facebook, the people I'm in contact with on Instagram, super chill, laid back people. I've definitely seen sports card people kind of rip into each other over dumb things. Hey, there you go. Kids' toys focus on streaming shows. Dino Trucks is a good one. Yeah, absolutely. All of the famous YouTube kid shows that make toys and products around that brand, solid money, especially right now. Yeah, you guys want a Bolo. There you go. Cocomelon, anything is definitely going to be a big one. Cocomelon has become kind of what Hatchimals was, the fingerlings. There's always kind of the hot toy or the hot top 3 toys. Cocomelon is definitely that right now. And there's a few other ones too. I won't say what those ones are, but we've all got some really good Bolos we're going after right now. I've got a item right now that I'm selling. I'm not going to give prices because it's pretty easy to figure out what it is, especially if those of you that know what you're doing, you'll go out and find it. I'm one of the only ones on the listing, and it's beautiful because I buy it for X amount of dollars, and it's I think about a 60 or 70% ROI, and I sell out before I get home. I buy it, list it, merchant fulfilled, and then it's sold. It's beautiful. Let's crack another one open, shall we? Thanks for being here, by the way, guys. Taking time out of your Saturday night to watch a full-grown man open Pokemon cards. That sounds like a good time. All right, here we go. We are looking for Charizard, not Staryu, and a non-holo Mewtwo. At least it's the base pack art for him. All right, got a Staryu. Dude, I feel like how did this happen? I feel like all the packs we opened last night were bomb. And I feel like these ones are bombing. You guys like what I did there? Oh, I wasn't even playing that one. Trista would be shaking her head right now if she was here. All right. Let's start ripping through these things. I'm kind of irritated. We haven't found much right now. We need some good stuff. Open another one here. And I don't know if I mentioned in the beginning, we're opening 15 packs because that's all I have left. I think I might have a bonus pack back there somewhere. I got to find it. And on the way in the mail is 130 more. All right, Caterpie, Poliwag, Pikachu, Ponyta. Hey, I'm a fan of Voltorb. The reverse hollow Voltorb. I'll take him. Eradicate. Coughing, Machoke. Not bad. Again, a lot of these are not going to be worth more than like $2 or $3, but it's just simply the nostalgia of it. I kicked a lot of ass with Voltorb a couple times. All right, get that set. Get him sleeved up. Move on to the next. Hey, here we go. Calvin says, I do a lot of sports card, has become very competitive, but if you don't watch sports, it's hard to stay on top of things. That is my problem. I haven't watched sports. I used to love sports, but I haven't watched sports in 6-7 years. Like, I enjoy, like, you know, watching the Super Bowl and stuff like that. I have no idea how people got there, who was playing. Like, I didn't know anything. And I have no problem admitting that too. But yeah, and it's like that with any industry you get into. A lot of people come into the reselling space of Amazon or eBay, and they're like, what do I sell first? And my first response, along with a lot of what other people give advice on, is, what do you know? If you know sports, start there. You've got collector's items and sports cards. If you know a little bit about Pokemon, get into the Pokemon game, especially right now. The market's coming down a little bit, but it's still awesome game if you get into it and know what you're looking for, and you could buy under market value, get stuff graded, and then do a flip that way. That's the game I like to play with this stuff. But yeah, start with what you know, right? If you, like me, I know zilch about sports. I'm not going to be flipping sports cards right now. I don't know enough. I don't know anything, actually. And that's okay. I focus and stay on my lane. I know more about a little bit of Pokemon, you know, not a lot, but I know a little bit about Pokemon. I know about retro games. I know about used electronics, vintage electronics. I know toys, not just toys, but more so like the collector's action figures types of toys, the 90s stuff. I know that's my wheelhouse. That's my knowledge base. I focus on that. Next up. All right, we got a lot of Pikachus. We're going to be giving away a lot of Pikachus as my duplicates giveaway video. Hollow Energy. Oh, hell yes. Yeah. We now have 2 Charizard EX. Not a crazy dollar amount. Cool looking card, though. And here's a prime example of what I mentioned earlier. Part of my goal is to get the entire Evolutions collection, but take my duplicates of the good stuff like this. I should not be touching the front of this. It needs to get sleeved ASAP. I've got true Pokemon people are shaking their heads at me right now. Like, what a noob. It's okay. I will own being a noob in life with some things. I'm good at some things, but I'm bad at a lot of things. Still learning. Still growing. So where I was going at with that is I will have the entire collection, but take all of the duplicates of the good stuff, like the Charizards, get them graded. Hopefully they come back PSA 10. Well, obviously what we want. I'll settle for a 9. And I could potentially sell those off. Now we're all sleeved up. Beautiful. I love the artwork they did on these. So we can take the duplicates, get them graded. Hopefully they come back a PSA 9 or 10, even if they're worth 20, 25, 30 bucks. And we can sell these off to eventually make enough money from that to pay for my own collection. And then down the road, if I decide to sell my collection as a total, that's kind of pure profit at that point. At least that's how I'm telling myself about it. I need to have a good pile. Here's the good pile for tonight. Man, if you guys can see my setup I got, there are wires everywhere. There are cards everywhere. There's garbage. It's insane, but this is real life. Hey, Johnny Pepper's back. Picked up a huge Pokemon card collection last week locally in Wilsonville. Nice. Wilsonville is one of those. So Wilsonville and Woodburn are 2 towns I despise going to simply because of, and only locals will understand this. I live here, right? So if we're on a map, I live here in McMinnville. Wilsonville and Woodburn are right here. So you would think, oh, that should just be like a 20-minute drive from point A to point B. No, there is a river that goes down and divides them. And you have to go all the way up and down or all the way down and then up to get there. So it's like an hour drive. So I don't go to Woodburn and Wilsonville too much, but congrats on the pickup there. I'll drive as far as I need to drive for some good scores, which I've driven. I think I've driven 2.5 hours to meet somebody for something one time. That's the longest drive I've done. What pack am I opening? Evolutions. All these bad boys. I do have a bunch. I've been clearing out a little bit of shelves the last couple weeks for Vivid Voltage, which I've not opened any Vivid Voltage yet. These are kind of my first actual pack openings, and that's why I'm putting them on video here. I know that not everyone on this channel is going to love, the Pokemon card videos, and that's okay. This is just part of me, and I wanted to share more of me and myself on here. And I know there's a few of you that enjoy the same kind of nerdy stuff I do, so I'm going to open all my packs here on video for you guys. So starting with evolutions, focus on that. I'm buying and collecting the Vivid Voltage packs right now. And then once I'm done with my evolutions, start opening some of those too. McMinnville, Oregon. That is correct. Mac. If you are local, that's what we call it. It's actually funny. We picked up, and if you're watching this, thanks for the hookup on the costume. I went to Trista had sent me out the morning of Halloween to go buy off Facebook Marketplace. She found this little Olaf costume for our 1.5-year-old Isla. And so I went to go do the pickup, and she was she was a subscriber. She's like, oh my gosh, I know you. It was super cool. I always love meeting local people that follow us on here. All right, let's get the next one going. With evolutions, you need to expect an 8 with grading, then be very happy you got anything better. Absolutely, 100%. We would all love the 10s, but let's face it. And from what I have heard from many people, Evolutions was one of those series that just had misprints and like off-centering and all that kind of stuff. It's just been happening a lot more with that. Like I say I want 9s or 10s, I'll be happy with an 8. I'm not interested in 7s or below. Like if they come back a 7, I'll just give them away. Yeah, 8s or above are what we want to go for. Open up this next one. Oh, we got a Nido Reno, and it's Blastoise. Yes. Holy crap! You know what that means? We now have pulled. Hold on. I'm sleeving first. I gotta be a good-hearted Pokemon collector here, and not talk about the card until after it's sleeved. It turns out that is frowned upon in the Pokemon community. It's just like flailing your card around with no protection. All right. Here is what is so exciting about this. You ready for it? Because last night and today we pulled... Where'd you go? I really should take a picture and post on Instagram of what behind the scenes of this video looks like, because it's a hot mess. Got stacks and stacks of cards and stuff. Where did I put you? There you are. All right, so last night and tonight, we pulled the Charizard EX. Last night we pulled the Venusaur EX, and now we just pulled the Blastoise, which means we have all 3. Boom. That makes me so incredibly happy. Now imagine these with a PSA 10 called a slab, which is the hard case it comes in. PSA 10 slabs just chilling on the background right there. Since I can't afford the first edition Shadowless base set ones, I'm going to settle for these. It's a good backup. All right, I'm super happy with that. Remember, I was just complaining the first 4 packs are kind of garbage. And the next ones were fairly nice. I will take those. Oh my gosh, we still have 43 people watching this. That's crazy. I was not expecting people to actually like hang out and do this on Saturday night. Thanks for being here, by the way. Haha, there you go. I've been there. I live in Spokane. Stayed at that haunted hotel there. I literally, that's like 2 miles down the road. All right. Nidorino. Done. Seth, great question. What is the best way to enter the Pokemon flipping scene? It depends. Like, if you're like me, I collected the base set old school stuff in the 90s as a kid. Eventually, it got like I had a binder. I honestly have no idea if it's in my parents' house still or like where that binder is. Maybe I sold it and don't remember. But that was all I knew was the base set stuff. That's why Evolutions I love so far, just because it's the nostalgia of the artwork of those original cards. So if you're coming from that and you know the base set stuff, like Evolutions, you can probably get into, just like I'm doing. This is kind of like my starting point is getting into Evolutions because I'm a little bit more familiar with the old school Pokemon. I know nothing about Sword and Shield and all the newer sets, but as I open more and get into that, then I can learn what's good, what's bad. Learn obviously the market has been way up. It peaked and now it's coming back down. I still think its new normal will still be higher than it was before. There's just a new standard inside of the market for all of this. So start with what you know, and then just watch an insane amount of videos. I've absorbed so many freaking Pokemon videos over the last 3 or 4 weeks just to learn and watch other people open packs and see what they get hyped up about, and then look up comps. Why are they excited about it? What was, was it a special run? Was it like, you have to learn the ins and outs of that. It's just like any other category. If you have to research first, get to know the basic knowledge, and then just start practicing, right? This is part of me practicing right now is I don't know every single card that's inside of this set. I know there's different variations. So you have like the EX, you have the Mega, you have the full art, the half art, you have I didn't know that stuff a couple months ago. It's when I was watching other people's videos about that topic is where I started to learn it. So it's the same thing. It's not even just Pokemon cards. Like if you want to get into selling used electronics and you have no idea where to start, watch what other people are talking about on YouTube. Like YouTube is, man, I wish we had access to the information on YouTube back in my day that we do now. It's insane what you can learn. What's up, Jordan? Might be a bad question, but since you do a lot of flipping, and myself included, how do you feel about a lot of the Pokemon YouTubers that don't like the flippers who buy all of the stock at the stores? I mean, it's part of the game. It's like that with any category, right? The new hot toy comes out, like Cocomelon, for example. Cocomelon is a crazy hot toy right now, and that's not just like a single toy. It's a brand. It's a line of different types of toys. They hit a shelf and they're sold out. So it's a battle of, you've got the moms that are pissed at the resellers because the resellers are clearing the shelf. I see both worlds. Like, that's a weird place to be, but I really do see both worlds. Like, I had a first world experience of being on the receiving end of needing to pay up on something. So Oregon got hit with another 2-week shutdown thanks to COVID. And that means that all gyms were shut down. Now, with the program I'm doing right now, I do 2 workouts a day. One is outside, so it's just 45-minute walk or jog. No big deal. But my second workout was in the gym, and I've been like, I'm down from 220 down to 200 pounds. So I've lost almost 20 pounds right now. I'm on my A game. I feel great. The gym being shut down in my world was like taking my therapy session away in a weird sense. I say that because the gym was shut down, which means, okay, crap. And I know it's going to be longer in 2 weeks. The governor said it's going to be 2 weeks. We all know it's going to be longer in 2 weeks. So I said, screw it. I'm going to build out my own gym in our garage. So I had to go buy weights. Guess what is a super crazy hot item around here to sell right now? And a lot of you go through this too, is weights. Here's where I ride both sides of the line. I have sold many sets of weights. I've sold select techs. I've sold a lot of different types of weights during COVID because it's supply and demand, right? COVID shuts all the gyms down. People want to build their home gyms. I can supply you with that at a markup. Then it happened to me where I was watching Dick's Sporting Goods for a 300-pound Olympic barbell set for $249. They had 12 come in stock. I'm refreshing and hitting the page, and the store is an hour and a half away, so I wasn't going to drive there in hopes that I can find it and waste my time. So I'm refreshing my cart, trying to snatch this thing, and I'm just watching the number go down to out of stock. Goes out of stock. I'm like, shit. Now I just have to pay up. So I had to go on Facebook Marketplace, start doing some research. I couldn't find a set for less than $550. I'm like, I'm paying over double now. So as being on the receiving end, I'm like, oh my gosh, those damn resellers. But then as a reseller, I'm like, all right, it's a hustle. I get it. I'm going to go support you. So met up with the guy and, we talked about side hustles and all that fun stuff. So that ties into the same topic that Jordan just asked here about how do I feel about Pokemon YouTubers that don't like the flippers who buy out all of the stock. I have no say in it because I see both sides, right? You've got the true collectors in the Pokemon world. And then you've got the people who just simply want to flip it. I see both sides, so that's kind of where I'm at with it. That was a very long-winded answer. I'm so terribly sorry you had to sit through that. All right, we've got, have not been counting, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is number 8. We've got 8 more packs, and we're 51 minutes in. You guys ready? Let's do this. Charizards. All Charizards. Every single pack. 8 of them. Ratata. I always love Ratata. What do you guys say? Is it Ratata or Ratata? All right, here we go. Let's get him. Let's get him. No! Leaf, Hollow, and Starmie. And nothing else fun there. All right. We're going to rip through these last ones fairly quick and then continue taking on some questions if you guys have any. Jordan, that was a fantastic answer. I don't know if it was a fantastic answer. It was an answer that allowed me to not choose a side, is what it was. Because I see it from both sides, but being on the receiving end lately was the first time in a while. I even told Trista. So I was actually irritated. Like legitimately irritated. I'm like, oh, I have to pay $500 freaking dollars for this $250 weight set. And she looked at me. She's like, you realize that's what we have done full time for many years now. I had no comeback. I had no reply. It's 100% true. Yeah, you got to respect the hustle, man. It's we're all out here having a good time, making some money. So some people do it with weights, some people do it with Pokemon cards, some people do it with shampoo and conditioner. Like there's all kinds of hustles you can do. So many ways you can arbitrage. Here we go. I didn't even realize. Can you guys see? I guess not super well. Tell you what, since I do plan on doing more card openings on this channel, I think I may actually do the fancy setup where I'll have a second screen for you guys right here, which is my camera, my second camera pointing down so you guys can see up close, like when I'm opening these. It's true. You can't get mad at the hustle when you are the hustle. I was irritated for like a half hour and then she called me out on my own shit. I was like, okay, that's true. I'll go support a fellow hustler. But I did get my weight set and I've got my squat rack getting delivered Tuesday. So I'm going to build out my own little garage gym. I'm excited. Machop, Tingla, Vulpix, Energy, Nidoran, and Electrode. Man. All right. I'm just setting aside all the hollows to sleeve those guys up. When I go through and like put the collection together in the binder, I'll penny sleeve all of them. But for now, I definitely want to protect the hollow ones. Because someday these $2 or $3 cards might be worth $5. So you got to protect them. Fadewood asks, what is your Instagram? The link on your YouTube. Man, I didn't even realize I have a link on my YouTube profile. My YouTube profile looks like garbage. I haven't redone our YouTube header since like 2016. Like our YouTube profile picture is still like when it was just me, Trista, and our little one Ty, who's now almost 6. He was like 2 in that picture. But it is the Side Hustle Network. That's it. Just the Side Hustle Network. Because somebody took Side Hustle Network, which they don't even use the account, and they wouldn't message me back. I was ready to buy the account. I don't know if I'm allowed to, but I was ready to put up some cash to have that username, and they didn't even reply back. And if you are just on YouTube and you don't follow us on Instagram yet, but you have Instagram, you probably should, because while I'm not here on YouTube often, now I'm getting back into it. I'll be on here several times a week. But Instagram stories mode is where I document every day, because it's way easier to just open my phone and quick little 10-second clips show you guys what we're doing each day. It's easier to do that for me than to sit here and like record a video or go live every single day. So follow us on Instagram. Quick plug. All right, next up, Charmander, Energy, Pikachu, Charmeleon. All right, we're one step closer. Because we pull, and that is the reverse hollow. Hold on. We're going to sleeve them up. And then I'll show you guys. Where did I put my Charmander at? I am going to take an Instagram picture and post it afterwards so you guys can see this. It's chaos. So we'll get the reverse hollow Charmeleon, which we pulled the reverse hollow Charmander earlier. So now we have 2 of the 3 to complete that whole evolution there. And we got to get the top loader here. I got to get me some better sleeves. I just bought whatever they had in Walmart, which is probably not the best quality. So got to go on Amazon. And for those of you card collectors, what do you recommend for sleeves? Feel free to post a link, shoot me a message. I'm curious. I just bought whatever they had at Walmart. I don't know if these are good or not. Is there even a big difference? I don't know. All right. Man, I swear we have pulled a Pikachu out of almost every pack. Not that we don't love them. There's just other cards we're going for right now. Oh my gosh. Beast Slayer 14. I actually lost 70 pounds since I went full-time reselling, 260 to 190. Nobody told me losing weight as a reseller was a benefit. I eat from home instead of eating fast food. 100%. Congrats on that, man. That's insane. That's just awesome. And the cool part too, and I try to explain that's not even a phrase. I try to explain this to people, and some of them have done it and get it now, and you probably get it too, is when you lose weight, and we can get into the argument of, weight versus body fat. Like, we're not getting into that. When you get yourself healthier, weight loss is a side effect of that. You get into this mental state of clarity and energy that directly impacts your business too. So Beast Slayer 14 here can probably attest to that one. It's not just about eating salads and going to the gym. Like, your business will get better when you get better. And a lot of people don't realize that until they go through it. There's not really a difference as far as the loaders. Man, this pack is not opening. There we go. I know that's not a fun sound to sit here and listen to, guys. I'm sorry. All right, we're going to open from the other side. I don't know what's going on with this one. There's not really a difference. Cheaper at card stores. Amazon, you pay through the teeth. Yep. Those darn resellers doing their markups, making them profits. Please, Charizard, Poliwhirl, Beedrill. And nothing else. All right. I don't think we've pulled a Poliwhirl yet. I know we pulled a couple Poliwags. So I'm good with that. As long as I get one of every single card in this collection, I will be a happy camper. Hey, there we go. Go to Pokemon Center, get the Pokemon themed sleeve, but only buy them when they drop special edition pro card. Delivery promo card, I just got maybe $40 after I deduct the order price. That's awesome. Solid tip right there. I'm going to remember that one. Josh asks, have you been rebranding? In a sense, we've run so many different types of names and brands and all this stuff over the years. I finally just hit the point where I'm like, we need to start running everything under this network umbrella that we've created for ourselves. So Side Hustle Network is the parent company, if you will. Underneath that, our two Facebook groups were always Amazon FBA Rockstars. And that group, both of them, eBay Rockstars and Amazon FBA Rockstars, started December 2016. Right? 2015. I don't even know. 2015. Holy crap. So 5 years ago in December, coming up here in a couple weeks, is when we started those two groups. And Rockstars was just the name at the time. Like, we weren't even Side Hustle Network back then. There was no name. We didn't have a brand by any means. We didn't know any of this would grow into what it is today. We had zero clue. So as we start to grow and develop and want to get back into creating content, YouTube, Facebook, providing more value, we just knew it was confusing to have so many different tags and themes going on here. So rebranded. So now those two groups are now the Amazon FBA Network, which I don't know if I'm allowed to use that terminology in the group. I have to do some research on trademarks and Facebook groups and all that stuff. So as of now, it's the eBay Sellers Network, or selling. I don't even know what I titled my own group. I just recently changed this. The eBay Selling Network, and then the Amazon FBA Network, which I may have to change into like the Amazon Sellers Network or something along those lines. So those are our two Facebook groups that are completely free, no upcharge or anything like that. And then we always had the Side Hustle Network as the YouTube channel and Instagram. So we're trying to just get everything under that network umbrella. Our prep center is called Network Prep because we're firm believers. Everything we have and own today and have built is based on our network. It's making connections and relationships and growing and building together. So that's where network kind of just became like our term. And I love it. So that's kind of what we're rebranding everything under. All right. Next up, we got 4 more. Oh, man. Reverse Hollow Charizard is what we need to complete the evolution of that. Voltorb, Charmander, Diglett, Ghastly, Dugtrio. Ooh. Got the non-hollow and the hollow Dugtrio back to back. All right. Nothing crazy, but we have not pulled Dugtrio yet, which means got to sleeve them up. I never did like Dugtrio. I don't know why. Just never did. It's just like a dirt worm. Oh my gosh, Josh. You're part of the OG crew. You would be called what we tag it as, the notification squad. I've been watching since you had pallets in your garage, and I've learned so much from you. First of all, appreciate the support, man. The fact that we have so many people that have been following our own personal journey for almost 5 years, like, mind-blowing. The support's been awesome. Simply amazing. We used to, man, that's when we started. Like, we just hired on a couple new employees, and, they're always asking, like, how did all of this start? Like, and I tell them, like, we're the traditional story of, we just started selling stuff part-time on Amazon out of our garage. And I was a massage therapist and personal trainer. That was my full-time gig. Trista was full-time in the medical office, medical field in an office. So that was kind of our background. So I would work on clients or with clients all day long, and then come home at like 7 p.m., eat dinner. And then from 8 p.m. to midnight was my Amazon grind. We did that for 2 years out of our garage before we ever first looked at getting our first office space, which was only 600 square feet in our first one. And we've vlogged all of this stuff on the channel, by the way. If you're new, go back and watch our old vlogs. You can see the first office space we had, and then our next step was like more of a warehouse setting that was 1,000 square feet, and we were in there for 2 years, and then just 3 months ago we got the spot we have now, which is about 2,000 square feet. And then out of all of that bloomed this thriving prep center that we never ever had a desire to run or knew that it would be such high demand that it is. It's just been super cool to watch all these phases of our own journey. It's been great. Man, all the Charmanders and Pikachus we've been pulling. And another Pikachu. Growlithe. Trainer Switch. Electrode. Man. I just want to get the Charizard. We did pull one Charizard, which was my goal. So I'm happy with that. But it would be super cool to pull the base set artwork, which we haven't done yet. But hopefully out of the 130 freaking packs I have on the way, we'll be able to pull both of those. What's up, Pirate's Prayer? Oh, snap. Everyday FBA in the house. Haven't seen you around in a minute. Yeah, Josh is the man. Josh, I'm sorry. I don't watch much reselling content anymore, so I haven't seen your updated stuff, but I've seen many of Josh's videos. So Everyday FBA, I definitely recommend you go check them out. Growlithe, Rattata, Electabuzz, Magikarp, and Reverse Hollow Magikarp. Man, so we've done Doug Trios and Magikarps back to back like that. And nothing else. Got a nice, clean non-hollow Charmeleon card, though. I feel like it's funny, like some of these cards, like the colors pop a little bit more. I feel like the red in this is more poppy. I'm going to sleeve that one. I just love them. I'm curious for any of the Pokemon people still watching, which there's still people in here watching, which is crazy. Favorite Pokemon? Go. Drop it in the comments below. Poor Magikarp. So underrated. So underappreciated. I have always bounced back and forth. I used to love Squirtle. He was my jam. And I went through a phase where it's like Squirtle was the jam, and then Pikachu, Bulbasaur. I'm sorry, Bulbasaur lovers. He never got into it. But Charmeleon then became one of my faves. I don't know why. It was always this artwork right here just popped to me. I've always loved this card. Even if it's not hollow, still love that card. Last pack of the night. Ooh, Alakazam. That's a good one. Another underrated one. Farfetch'd, Blastoise. Oh my gosh. Down 60 pounds this year. A long way to go. I have followed a little bit of your journey. I've been in part of that journey there. So you've been doing amazing, man. Keep it up. There we go. Charizard, Gengar, Eevee are my faves. Josh with the Bulbasaur. I'm sorry that I didn't like Bulbasaur. I'm sorry. He was great. Just wasn't my cup of tea, and that's okay. Everyone's got different flavors. All right, last one. Can we pull something amazing? Brock's Grit is not amazing. Raticate. All right. I'm pretty sure I have to dig in a box I have. There might be just a straggler pack or two inside this box. And I really want that friggin' Charizard. But hey, I have a duplicate of the EX. So I'm good with that. Hey, there you go. Togepi Evolution Line. I do. I have two. Yes. All right. I found 2 bonus packs. We're going to rip these real quick. Thanks for tuning in after hours, by the way, guys. Here we go. What do you guys recommend I do? So I'm going to have a lot of duplicates. Should I do one giant giveaway video of all the duplicates? Should I split them into, I don't know, lots of 20, 25 and do multiple video giveaways? Like, what are you guys feeling? Shocking. Another Pikachu. I should count out how many Pikachus we've opened tonight because it's ridiculous. Nidoran, Vulpix. Oh my gosh, it was red. I got so excited for a minute. Dugtrio, Pokedex, blah, 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 blah. All right. Reverse Hollow, Vulpix. Not pumped about that one, but we don't have it yet, so it's got to go in the collection. Rich. Bro, it's official. You're a PokeTuber for sure now. It's okay. We all have the new bug. I'm not going to call myself a PokeTuber by any means. I'm just going to be somebody that enjoys opening Pokemon cards. And I'm just going to happen to do it on video. Oh, man. Last one. Please, for the love of everything good and holy. Hey, I have always liked Electabuzz. All right. Please. Nidoran. Starmie. All right. We had a good run. Pulled out. We pulled a couple good ones, right? We got the Charmeleon. I'm happy with that. We got the Blastoise and we got another Charizard. So I would consider those kind of our big ones of the evening. And we got quite a few duplicates. So I'm definitely going to have to do a giveaway video. Do I still play or just collect? I've not actually legit played Pokemon since my teens. When I had the old school binder of cards and, recess time in middle school, early high school, you'll go around and battle. I have not played in a long time. I would actually love to get back into it and do a little bit of actual playtime with it. That'd be fun. All right, crew. Aside from that, here's our 3. I think these were our 3 good ones of the night. We did pull a Charizard. I said in the beginning, I definitely wanted to pull a Charizard. Blastoise, I'm definitely happy with, and Charmeleon. I just love that card. So those are our pulls of the night. Not quite as exciting and fun as last night, but we definitely got to add some good stuff to the collection. So aside from that, I've got 135-ish. I'm waiting to hear back on some offers I put in on some other lots, so I might have more. I have another 130 at least packs on their way here. If you guys enjoy this type of content, I know it's going to be a smaller crowd, more niche, which I'm totally good with. I have a good time with it. But yeah, if you guys are interested in seeing more of these videos, hit the thumbs up button. I'll show you guys what I found last night when I was cleaning up the office a little bit. If you know, you know. Should I crack these ones open? Base set. Sadly, they're not heavy enough for me to want to open them because these ones you can weigh. So they're borderline 21 grams, which is like might be a hollow, but good chance there's not. And I'm very tempted to open these things. I have 6 of them actually. I have I basically have 2 sets of each character here, each art pack. Yeah, man, I'm so tempted to open one of these though. I haven't opened one of these since I was like 15 or 16 years old. But these ones I am probably going to get a nice little, they're not in good enough shape to get graded, I don't think. I mean, a couple of these have like pretty good dents and creases and all that. So I don't know if I'll get these graded, but I do want to get a nice hard case for them. and we'll put them up there on the wall somewhere. It'll look super good. So I did find those. I was a little nervous after last night's stream, and I had thought, I'm like, where are my base set packs? I don't know where those are at. Got a little nervous, so I went and found them. Luckily, they were in a safe place inside of a box. I hid them because I do have a 5, almost 6-year-old and a 1.5-year-old that run around in here. So I make sure my expensive stuff is up. Like these shelves don't come down any lower. These are pretty high up for that reason. I do not want little hands and fingers going up and grabbing. Oh, Josh, appreciate that, man. Appreciate what you do. Happy to see more YouTube content, no matter what it is, even if it's Pokemon. Can't wait to see more from the man that started my journey, Amazon YouTube. Much, much appreciated, brother. Thank you so much. Again, Josh, awesome dude. Gives out solid value and content, so go check him out. Will, also for anyone wanting to sell Pokemon, lot up the code card at 15 cents per card and sell in packs of 200 plus. Don't throw them away. Yes, what he's talking about, they'll be in this pile. So you can play online, and there's code cards where you can basically like unlock different decks. So I won't show it because I don't know what I want to do with the code cards yet. I don't know if I want to lot them up and sell them or if I want to give them away here on the channel to somebody who wants to use them. But on the back of this card is a code, and you can use that. So each of these packs did have a code card. So I'll go through and I have to organize and sort through all of these, pick out one of each character, go from there, and then I'll make a pile at some point after I'm done with the 100 or 200 that I'm going to be coming in contact with and opening up. I'm going to have at least 150-ish, if not 200 of those code cards. So we might do a giveaway here. Oh my gosh. I found my first edition Dark Charizard Holo. She's probably a 9.5 Super Stone. I'm so jealous. I shared this last night, but I had bought a lot of 2 and I got them super cheap. I got them for $150 for both. It was not first edition. It was a regular Dark Charizard, PSA 9. They were already graded, PSA 9, and then a base set 2 Charizard, PSA 8. So nothing crazy, but still that's, I paid $150. Right now, both those cards are probably ballpark of like $400 or $500 for the lot. And I sold the dark one like 3 months ago, right before this hype all kicked in. And I still technically have the other one. I can't find it. And it's been making me nervous for like 2 weeks now. So I've dove into every box I have here in the office from our old office. We boxed all of my collector stuff up. It's not in any of those boxes. I remember taking it out at one of our last warehouse sales and looking up comps. So my thought is I put it in my backpack and then it ended up in our house somewhere. So I have to go deep dive our house and garage and all that fun stuff. Don't open them. They are expensive. Yes, they are. Fortunately, I bought 3 of them before the hype kicked in. So I actually paid, believe it or not, $200 each for one of these sets. I did pay up. And as of right now, it was a mistake because I bought in on these other 3. I had bought in because I saw the market coming up and I thought it would keep going up. So I bought those ones almost at their peak. So now I'm pretty much riding break even if I did want to sell them off. I think I'm good. I mean, people have been ripping open these old base set packs so much that the supply is just dwindling month after month. So I'm just going to hold on to these. Not going to sell those off because I had somebody ask me on Instagram. They're like, "Hey, you're going to sell those?" You have, yeah. I basically have my own set, and then I have another set. I'm just going to hold on to them. We'll see what happens. Show that support, guys. Believe it or not, we watch and enjoy content from YouTube creators, and just hit the like, or I'm sorry, just hit the thumbs up from your favorite content creators, then leave. It's for you guys. Yes, absolutely. Obviously, this YouTube channel took a huge tank after I took a 6-month hiatus from being consistent and creating content here on the channel. So our ad revenue basically went down to almost 0. So we're not up here making videos for the sake of money with it. We're just having fun. Like, I'm going to show you guys more behind the scenes, collecting stuff, and right now I'm into Pokemon stuff, so I'm just going to share some Pokemon stuff. I do have Amazon and eBay related content coming back in full force, more tutorial videos, some of the old school stuff I used to do. I really want to, after this whole Thanksgiving week break we're going to take, I really want to hone in and get a videographer hired to start coming in, and we'll produce another weekly vlog that we used to do. The issue is I stopped vlogging because I was always the one behind the camera filming everything. And now I'm like working in our business a lot more, and I just don't want to have to constantly stop and record. So I'm going to look into potentially hiring a videographer 1 or 2 days a week, so we can start getting some more vlog footage for you guys. But aside from that, have an amazing night. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I will be back live on Monday evening with a guest, so stay tuned. It's going to be a good time. Peace out. See you guys next time.